The 50-30-20 rule is a great way to budget your finances. It basically involves using 50% of your income on needs such as basic food, necessities, and living costs, 30% goes to wants like dining out or going to movies, and 20% gets saved or towards debt. This is a great rule to keep in mind as you budget, and we think that Notion is a great tool for this. In this video, we'll be showing you how to build step-by-step a 50-30-20 rule budget tracking Notion template to stay on top of your finances. If you find this video useful, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Let's first start with an empty Notion page, and we're going to be titling this 50-30-20 Finance Tracker. And let's go ahead and choose an icon, and we're going to find something relating to finances, such as this one. And you're also welcome to add a cover photo if you'd like. And we're going to be going to the top right hand corner and turning on small text full width. And we like to do this just so that there's more space inside of the page. And the first thing we're going to be doing is building our databases. So this is how we like to approach template creation. And we like to first go with creating the databases. And we're going to be typing /callout. To put the databases inside, make sure to choose an icon here if you wish, and we're going to be naming this databases. So the reason we like to put the databases inside here is just so that we don't lose them. So underneath here, if you press Shift Enter, we can now add a page inside by typing /page. And the first database that we're going to be adding is going to be called our monthly reviews. And we're going to be choosing a gallery view for this and plus new database. And inside this gallery view, we're going to be going with no cover photo. So we're going to go to layout, and the card preview is going to be none, and card size medium is okay. And we're going to go back out here. So what this part is going to be doing is showing you how much of your money is spent on each of the categories, which are the needs, the wants, and the saving. So we want to be able to show that in each month. So for example, this one, we could name February 2024, and we're going to remove the tag property by clicking it and then delete property. And instead, we're going to remove this as well. And we're going to be adding these properties once we link this to our actual income and spending tracker. So we're going to go out of here and we're going to go back to the main view of the finance tracker. So now we have our monthly review here, and we can move it under our databases. And we can actually click here and change the icon here as well. So let's go ahead and put something that's more like a calendar. So the next thing we're going to do is now add our income and spending database. So we're going to type again /page. We're going to open it up, and we're going to name this income and spending. Here we can also add an icon, and let's go ahead and choose something to do with expenses again. And in this database, we're going to choose a table view. We're going to do plus new database. So inside the income and spending, we basically want to add an item here. So let's say that this is our salary. We're going to remove this property, delete property, and we're going to add property by adding the plus sign here. We're first going to add a number property. This is going to be the amount. Let's go ahead and change the icon here as well to something like this. We're going to change the number format into US dollar. If you are in another currency, you can of course change it to all of these options. So we're just going with US dollar. We want to just simply show the number. Let's say that now our salary is $2,000, just as an example. Here we're going to add another plus sign here. And next we're going to choose the select property. And this one is going to be called type. And this is going to show whether it's a need, a want, or saving. And then here we can add the different options. So it's either going to be a needs, or it's going to be wants, or it's going to be saving. And the last option is going to be income. So now we have 4 options here. So in this case, our salary is going to be income. Then we're going to add a date property. So the date that you add this here, you can put as a date property. And then we're going to now relate it to the other database, which is the monthly reviews. So we're going to type relation, and we're going to look for monthly reviews and simply connect those and show it on monthly reviews, add relation. So now we already created this February 2024. So we're just going to click that open and link it already. So each time you add a new income or spending, we recommend you to add like this so that you can see it inside of your monthly reviews. And here we'll also add the date. So like this. So now let's add a few more items here so that we can actually see all of our income and spending. So let's say that we have groceries. And this costed us $100. And make sure to add a minus when you're adding something that you spent. So this is minus 100, and we're going to put February 19th. And this is a need because we need food. And we're going to put it with February 2024. And the other one we're going to add is going to be our ticket and expenses at the movies. So we're going to put that on the 20th. And let's say that this costed us $20. And this was going to movies. And as you can see, that's a want. And one more thing we're going to be adding is something that we deposited into savings. So we can put deposit into savings. And here, let's say we put minus 100 so that this money goes away from the income into the savings account. So we're going to put again like this, and then this is going into saving. And this is February 2024. So now we have several of these items here in each of the different types. So now we can click calculate, and we're going to calculate the sum. So this is how much we have remaining out of what we got this month, for example. And we're going to switch this over into a monthly view. So we're going to go to filter. We're going to filter the date, and we're going to make sure that this is this month and save for everyone. And we're going to also rename this into this month. And we're going to be adding one more view here, which is going to be a view where we can see it by month. So we're going to duplicate this, and we're going to name this by month. What we're going to do is now remove the filter by clicking here, delete filter, save for everyone. And instead, we're going to group it by date. So we're going to go to group, and we're going to go to date, and we're going to date by month. And let's say that we want to sort it so we see the newest first on top. Now we see February 2024. If we want, we can also show the sum of the amount up here so that we see what information gets here as well. One more thing we're going to do is just sort this data. So we're going to go to date and make sure that it's in ascending order, save for everyone. But in this view, let's go ahead and put this one in descending order so that we can see it from the newest thing that was added. So we're going to go here and descending, save for everyone. So now we're ready to go back to the main view. And now we have the two databases here. So the next thing we're going to be doing is pressing enter here and then creating two columns. So we're going to type /column. On the left side, we'll put this databases here, move this over. Here we can put the linked view of our monthly review. So we're going to type /linked, linked view of database, and we're going to choose monthly reviews. And let's just keep it for gallery view. And let's also go ahead and add a heading. So we're going to type /heading, heading 3, move it to the top, and we're going to name this monthly reviews. And we can go ahead and also hide this database title so it looks a bit cleaner. So we're going to hide database title. And then what we're going to be doing is adding a linked view of our income and spending. So we're going to type /linked, linked view of database, and we're going to link the view of the income and spending database and show this month. Then on the second tab, we'll also show the other tab we created, which is by month. And just like in the top, we're going to be hiding the database title, hide database title, and hide database title here. So now we see this month, February, and we see by month like this. So the next thing we're going to be doing is now showing our monthly statistics on the monthly reviews. So let's go ahead and click this open, and now we see what we spent on, and we're going to first hide this information by clicking minimal. So the first thing we're going to be adding is a formula which shows us how much money that we have remaining. So we're going to be typing formula here, and we are going to edit this formula. And in order to create this formula, it's actually quite complicated. So we're just going to be pasting it in and then talking you through it. So the formula is going to be as follows. So if you can see here, we have income and spending. So that's our income and spending database. That's related to this one. Dot map, which means it's going to go through each of the values. If the current dot type is income, then it takes the amount, the current amount, and it's going to sum it together. So anything that you add that's in income, it's going to sum together. If not, then it's just going to give 0. So as you can see, it's correct in the 2000, and we're going to click done. And now there's no dollar marker here, so we're going to edit property. And let's go ahead and name this income. And we can change the icon to something else like this. And let's go ahead and change the number format to US dollar, just like the other one. And of course, you can choose your own currency here as well. So now we have the income. The next thing we want to see is the actual amount that's remaining. So we're going to do plus add a property. And this one is a bit more simple. We just need a roll up, and we're going to select the relation, which is income and spending. And we're just going to choose the property, which is called amount, and we're going to calculate the sum. So now we have remaining $1,780. So we're going to rename this remaining so that it's clear what it is. And now if we click out, we can go to the 3 dots here, go to properties, and we can show the income and we can show the remaining. So now we see February 2024, we have $2,000 of income and $1,780 remaining. So let's say that we got some extra money from a freelancing job. So we can do freelance, and let's say we got 200 for that. And this is an income, and we're going to tag it to February 2024. So as you can see, the income went up and the remaining also went up. So this is working correctly. So now the 3 next statistics that we're going to add to our monthly reviews is going to be how much percentage of your income is being spent on wants, how many percent is spent on saving, and how many percent is spent on needs, so that you can really accurately track your 50, 30, 20. So to do that, we're going to click this one open and click plus add a property. And this formula is also quite complicated. So we're going to just walk you through it real quick. So if we click on formula here, we'll paste in the first one, which is going to be for our needs. So this is what the formula would look like. And just to walk you through, it basically follows a similar format as when we were just looking for the total of your income. So as you can see, this part is the same exact formula we used. So sum of the income and spending and mapping it if the current type is income, and if not, it gives 0. So then the top part is income and spending sum if the type is needs and it's current dot amount, or 0. And we're going to divide this to create the percentage, but we actually have to multiply it by 100 and divide by 100 using this round in order to get a rounded decimal. And we use absolute here just to get the number into a positive number because our needs is currently in the negative. So this is basically how we would do the formula here. So if we click done, now we see that it's 0.05, and we're going to rename this as needs, change it to ring, and we're going to click here the icon, and we'll change this one into this symbol here. And we'll change the number format into percentage. So now we see our needs is 5%. So now let's go ahead and duplicate this property 2 more times. And the next part is going to be our wants. So we're going to rename this wants. We're going to edit the formula. And instead of needs, we're going to simply type wants. And done. And here we're going to rename this to saving. And we're going to change the formula to saving, and done. So now we see that needs are 5%, wants are 1%, and saving is 5% of our income. So we can move this over like this so you can see it more clearly. And now if we click out, we can display this information inside these cards by going to the three dots here, properties, and we're going to show the needs, the savings, and the wants. And let's go ahead and move these below like this, and the remaining as well. So now we have these symbols here for needs, saving, wants. And just to make this easier, let's actually adjust the salary a bit into, let's say, 1,000. And let's say that we remove this one. And let's just, for example, say that we spend the correct amount for wants, which is 30% of the salary, so 300. And we put 200 into the savings. So we're going to put minus here, and then for needs, we spent 500. So now our total remaining is 0. And here we see 50, 20, 30. So let's just actually move this a little bit so that it's even clear. So we want the savings to go below. So we see now 50, 30, 20 like this. So now let's go ahead and add database templates inside so that we can actually even add these items into monthly reviews. So next, let's go ahead and change these up into, for example, January 2024. And this could be December 2024. And we are going to now add a database template. So you're going to go to the blue button here and plus new template. And this is going to be called new month. We're going to go ahead and add a linked view / link view of database. And we're going to choose income and spending. And we're just going to show it this month, but we're going to remove the filter. So we're going to remove this filter, delete filter, save for everyone. And now we're going to filter it by the monthly review, which is this new month, save for everyone. And let's go ahead and also hide the database title. And we are going to also add an icon here. So we can just, for example, add a circle like this. And now it's going to filter it by this month. So we're going to go back. And now if we click here, we can click new month, and it's going to load everything inside here like this. So the next thing we can do is now, for example, add in January. So let's say we put plus new month here, and we can do the same. So we can put salary, let's say 2,000. Date was in January, and the type is income, and it's already linked to January 2024. We can now add groceries. We can put 100, so minus 100, and we can put in January sometime. And this one is going to be needs. And let's say clothes, shopping, and we spent $50, and that was in January as well. And we can put wants. And finally, one more we can add is deposit savings into bank. And let's say we put 500 inside here, minus 500, and we just put a date here. And this one is going to be saving. So now we can see here needs, wants, saving like this, and the remaining balance. So if we click out, you can now see these circles here like this as well. And we can now set this also as a default template. So every time you create a new month, it's going to appear inside here. And now we can actually add a sort here. So click sort and go to create a time, and we're going to change it to descending, save for everyone. And this way you're going to see the newest month on the top whenever you create a new month. So let's say that this is going to be March 2024. And if we click out, we see March up here like this. So in this way, you can really keep track of your monthly review in how you spend your money. This view is going to show you only this month, but then you can also go by month and see February 2024, January 2024, and just see a whole log of what you spent on and how you've allocated those funds. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in downloading this template, it's in the description below. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to let us know, and we hope to see you in the next video.